Department of Physical Therapy at Seoul University. The topic is understanding activity participation in children with physical disability in Korea. The order of presentation is introduction, lesson, result, discussion, and conclusion. Participation is considered as the key of the child's development, health, and quality of life. Children with disability tend to be less engaged in leisure social activities than children without disability, and the diversity of participation decreases rapidly after adolescence. Children with disability are limited in participation in various activities compared to children without disability. Physical lessons, family factors, for example, family income and family function, and children factors, for example, cognitive ability and social skills, can be considered as factors influencing the leisure activities of children with physical disabilities. Motor function, adaptive behavior, transfer, and mobility function, proximity, and physical function of children with cerebral palsy was correlated with the level of participation. Previous studies examined participation patterns with a focus on recreational and leisure activities of children with disability. There is a lack of research on participation patterns and factors affecting the participation and of school-age children with disabilities in Korea. The purpose of this study was to investigate the diversity and intensity of participation of school-age children with physical disabilities in Korea. Participants were 93 children as they add to 15 who are in elementary school with physical disability and their caregivers. Activity participation assessment was used to assess all participant activity participation. The APA consisted of 30 activities, 8 factors, and 3 rating scales. Higher scores indicate higher intensity of participation. The first result is we explain purpose and procedures of this study to the caregivers and asked for consent. Second, we collected a total of 93 questionnaires by surveying the caregivers of the children who agreed to this study. To analyze data, we used to descriptive statistics, various analysis, and Pearson correlation coefficient. Descriptive statistics analysis was conducted to find general characteristics of children and caregivers' participation, diversity, and intensity of the children. Analysis of variance was used to examine the relationship between individual variants of children and participation characteristics. The correlation between family variable of children and participation characteristics was examined through the Pearson correlation coefficient. Participation diversity leads to number of activities done. They participate in more various activities in the ADL, IADL, craft, and artistic activity domains, and proportionally less in the sports and winter activities. Sex differences were found in IADL and sports domain. The difference between age group were found in IADL, social activities, craft, artistic activity, play, and sports. In all activity domains except ADL, the higher the disability rating and the lower the number of multiple disability, the more they participate in various activities. Participation intensity means the frequency of activity done. The participation intensity of children with disability was 1.56 in all APA activities. Across the activity domains, children took part in the ADL domain at an average of 2.40 with the highest frequency of participation, while sports domain average 1.20 with the lowest frequency of participation. Boys participate in sports activities more frequently than girls. Total participation frequency of children over the age of 40 was lower than that of other age groups. Except for age domain, the higher the disability rating, the higher the frequency of participation, the lower the number of birth disorders, the higher the participation frequency. Boy participation. The relationship between children and caregivers showed a significant correlation with ADL. The higher the caregiver's education level, the higher the participation intensity of children participation. Caregivers' education level was significant correlation in social, artistic, play, and winter. The higher the family income, the higher the intensity of participation in winter activities, and the more frequent children living in the larger cities participated in play activities. Children with disability have a relatively greater participation in personal activities than group and community-based activities. Children with physical disabilities participate in 0.69 out of 5 activities in sports domain. The rate of participation in sports activities is because of access. The ADL, IADL, and craft activities differ from access of social plays, sports and winter activities, and is less affected by physical or institutional environmental barriers. The participation intensity in ADL was the highest among the activity domains, while the participation intensity in sports activities was the lowest. Tabian rather suggests the importance of activity environment in their physical activity as a means of maintaining and strengthening the strength and function of children with physical disabilities. However, the level of physical activity environment of children with physical disability found in this study is shown to be worrying. Children of the age of 14 have significantly low scores in the diversity and intensity of participation compared to other age groups, particularly the craft, artistic activities, and play domains. These findings appear to be due to developmentally anticipated difference in child and youth participation patterns. This data also reflects the characteristics of cross-sectional studies comparing the age difference in separate cohorts rather than the same children as they grow older. The higher the disability rating and the fewer the number of multiple disorders, the higher the diversity and intensity of participation in all activity domains except ADL. Improving physical function can provide the children with the opportunity to frequently participate in more various activities. Therefore, rehabilitation therapy for physical function improvement is important to promote participation of children with physical disability. The higher the family income, the higher the frequency of participation in winter activities. The reason is that because they have to pay an interest fee to use facilities related to snow. There was a significant difference in children's play activities depending on where they live. The The reason why children who live in the city are more likely to participate in play activities is the indoor playgrounds and trampolines are mainly operated in cities. This study is meaningful to analyze the participation pattern of the overall activities of the school-age children with physical disabilities in Korea. This study can provide basic information to understand the participation patterns of school-age children with physical disability and help occupational therapists to develop intervention plans enhancing participation. Thank you. 질문